do you feel about the 2023 to 2024 season?
Well, that was a great season. We started in October with a very exciting project that I had before COVID time, because I befriended the grandson of a quite famous French composer, a contemporary of Maurice Ravel. It's Max Dollon, and most of his music hadn't been recorded nor performed since the beginning of the 20th century. And he gave me the manuscripts and the orchestra material, and I promised that we would do American premieres and world premiere recordings of some of the works. And that was an exciting project. Some of his family came. He couldn't because he's now too old and has Alzheimer's, so it's difficult for him to travel. But it was a very exciting and rewarding project. And since the orchestra gave so much and was very committed to do something fantastic, which they did, we had a lighter concert in December with things that everybody wanted to play, like the Nutcracker and Star Wars, and that was great fun. And then in the spring semester, we had our traditional concerto competition with several winners. That was very exciting. We had a violinist, a flute player, and a pianist. We did Beethoven's first piano concerto, part of it obviously, except Zigeuner Weisen of Sarasate and a flute concertino by Chaminade. And that was very exciting. We also performed a student composition which won the composition competition. And to end the concert, we did 1812, so that the orchestra was very excited about performing, you know. And we thought about including real cannons, and finally it didn't happen. But one of these days we'll find a way to do that. And the last concert was very exciting because it was a piece with, well, two pieces involving the choirs, and Fauré's Requiem and Beethoven's Ninth.
So that leads pretty well to my second question. So what led you to choose Beethoven 9?
So Beethoven Ninth, it's the new hall, and I thought we absolutely need to celebrate this new hall and to kind of christen it with a major work. And since we had the choir for Requiem, I thought it makes sense to use the choir for Beethoven's Ninth. It was a lot difficult for the choir to sing both, but since there is about 45 minutes of instrumental music for the first, second and third movement of the Beethoven, it gave them a little bit of respite before doing Beethoven's Ninth. But for the orchestra, I was at first a little bit afraid, but it was okay because the involvement of the orchestra in Fauré is much less than anything else, except maybe for the violas, who have a little bit more in Fauré. But Fauré, it was the centennial of his death, and Beethoven's Ninth, it was the bicentennial of the creation of the Ninth, so it made sense, and we played it like 3 days shy of the exact bicentennial. It was May 4th, and Beethoven's Ninth was created May 7th, 1824.
And then, how did you make Beethoven 9 into reality?
Well, it's a teamwork, so everybody worked very hard. You know, the choir directors, Jamie Bartlett and Daniel Parks, prepared very well the choirs. I didn't have much to do with the choir, and I prepared the orchestra on my own. We did many sectionals. We isolated the places that were difficult. Did some drill, but you know, there is only result if people practice, and people did practice, and so it sounded good.